Hello everyone, how are you? Here I am again with a new video based on the topic measurement. As you know, measurement plays a very important part in our lives. We measure many things around us every day. So let us start our topic with some early measurement history. So, dear children, in the early days, people used their body parts to measure the length and distances. They use their forearm, their hand, or feet and strides to measure lengths. So these body parts were used in those days. But you know that using these body parts was not a reliable method for measurement. Why? Okay, let me just tell you. Because it leads to many quarrels and many disputes among people in those days. Since everyone is not having similar kind or similar size of body parts, so it led to many disputes among people. Then after some time, people they thought what to do now to avoid these disputes. Then they came to a conclusion that let us devise some instruments that may avoid these sorts of disputes among people. So modern instruments were devised, they were invented like the ruler, the measuring tape, etc. So here in the first dimension we are going to talk about how to measure a length of an object. So for measuring the length we have a very simple device, that is a ruler, that you also generally use in your classroom. Rulers, measuring tapes, these were a few devices that are generally used even nowadays for measuring length of an object. Now let us talk about the second dimension, that is mass. Mass is actually the amount of matter in an object, how heavy an object is. And for measuring mass, we have many beam balances, weighing scales, weighing machines, etc. to measure mass of an object very accurately. Now the third dimension, that is capacity. Capacity is actually how much a container can hold, and it is basically associated with liquids. So for measuring capacity, measuring cans are generally used nowadays for an accurate observation. Now let us talk about the third and a very important dimension of our life, that is time. So measurement of time is also very important part. So for time measurement, we have many sorts of clocks nowadays that we use very conveniently. Some wrist watches are also in fashion. Pendulum clocks are again used. So these are some time measuring devices. Apart from that, we have many conversions also to measure time. Now about the next dimension, that is temperature. Temperature is actually the measure of hotness or coldness of something. The degree of hotness or coldness. And for temperature measurement, again we have many devices like thermometers, a very convenient device. Conventional thermometers as well as digital thermometers. These thermometers are generally used by physicians, by doctors to measure the body temperature of a person. And for your information, let me just tell you what is the normal human body temperature. There are basically, children, two units to measure temperature: degree Fahrenheit and degree Celsius. In Fahrenheit, if we talk about 98.6 is the normal human body temperature, and 37 in degree Celsius, normal human body temperature. Now let us talk about the SI units. Actually, these SI units are the international standard units of measurement. See here in this table, the SI units of few of the dimensions have been given. For length it is meter, for volume, etc. So from this chapter, I hope you learnt a very important part, that is how to be punctual in life. Since time, I told you a very important dimensions of our life, one of the more important dimensions, so always be punctual in your life for all your deeds. Thank you everyone.